The way I see this was, I was scared for my life, and I fought back. And you guys are seeing this as murder.
But I can't shoot someone because in my mind they had a weapon. Okay. That's the problem. I mean, if I walked up to someone right now and I'm having a confrontation with them and I think they have a weapon, the law doesn't allow me to shoot him because I think he has a weapon.
Michael Dunn alega que fez tudo o que podia para sobreviver, mas a polícia tem uma opinião diferente. Tudo começa no dia 23 de novembro de 2012. Michael Dunn e sua esposa Rhonda Rower viajam até o Orange Park para o casamento do filho de Dunn. Era uma noite especial. Os dois saíram mais cedo do casamento em direção ao hotel para cuidar de seu novo cachorro. Na estrada, Rhonda, no banco de passageiro, propôs a Dunn parar em um posto de gasolina para comprar um vinho e salgadinhos. Michael concordou. 4 jovens negros estavam no mesmo posto de gasolina em Jacksonville, Flórida. Tinham parado ali para comprar cigarros e ouvir música. Minutos depois de estacionarem, o carro de Dunn parou na vaga ao lado deles. O encontro casual de Dunn e dos 4 jovens mudaria para sempre seus destinos. Depois de uma discussão por conta de música alta, Dunn atirou no carro de Tavis, Leland, Tommy e Jordan 9 vezes. Jordan Davis, um estudante de 17 anos do ensino médio, foi morto. Michael Dunn alegou legítima defesa. Segundo ele, os jovens estavam ameaçando matá-lo e tinham uma arma no veículo. Porém, algumas coisas em sua história não faziam sentido. Não foi encontrada nenhuma arma no carro dos jovens, nenhum dos 4 jovens tinha antecedentes criminais ou histórico de violência. Dunn, ao invés de imediatamente ligar para a polícia depois do ocorrido, voltou para o hotel, passeou com o cachorro, pediu uma pizza, preparou um drink e foi dormir. Testemunhas no local disseram que os jovens estavam discutindo com Dunn, mas nunca houve nenhum tipo de ameaça ou agressão contra ele.
He didn't call the police. He went to his hotel with his girlfriend. And he called a pizza delivery man and ordered a pizza. He took his little dog for a walk outside the hotel, turned on a movie, and made himself a big, tall rum and coke. And not long after, an emergency doctor at Shands Hospital pronounced Jordan Davis dead.
A polícia tomou conhecimento de tudo o que ocorreu no estacionamento. No dia seguinte, Dunn foi convidado para um interrogatório. A estratégia era clara, deixar que Dunn falasse sua versão dos fatos de maneira a acreditar que a tese de legítima defesa era aceita. Tudo o que Dunn falasse iria ser usado contra ele no tribunal. Depois disso, apresentar todos os fatos contraditórios a Dunn e pressioná-lo até uma confissão.
You've never been diagnosed with any kind of mental health issues or anything like that?
Yes, sir. I'm a computer programmer.
Okay.
Dunn faz questão de dizer que é programador, uma atividade que, segundo ele, pressupõe alto grau de competência técnica e capacidade de racionalização. Ele quer dar a impressão aos detetives de que estaria totalmente apto a determinar a pertinência da legítima defesa, qualquer que fosse o caso.
Okay, and you're driving?
Yes, sir.
Okay, she's sitting in the passenger seat, no one else in the car with you, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Just kind of walk me through kind of what happened at that point.
Well, I'm embarrassed to say this, but got out. She's in the store, and there's like a SUV next to us, and then the music starts.
Did the defendant say anything about the music when he parked the car next to the red car?
Yes.
And what did the defendant say?
Oh, I hate that thug music.
And what was your response to the defendant?
I said, yes, I know.
And I rolled down my window, and I thought I was polite. I asked them nicely. I didn't demand. I said, hey, would you guys mind turning that down? And they shut it off. I was like, thank you. Cordial.
Right.
Everything's cordial. The guy that was in the back is getting really agitated. And my window's up. I can't hear everything he's saying, but, you know, there's a lot of fuck him and fuck that and fuck that bitch. And then the music comes back on. And, you know, I'm just like, live and let live and you know, don't need any trouble. And I don't know if they're singing or what, but it's like, they're saying, kill him.
Rap é o único gênero musical em que letras agressivas são comuns, por isso esse argumento é derrubado.
So I put my window down again, and I said, "Excuse me, are you talking about me?" And it was like, "Kill that bitch." And you know, I'm still not reacting, but then this guy like goes down on the ground and comes up with something. I thought it was a shotgun.
Em casos de legítima defesa, é necessário ter certeza que a pessoa está armada. Se Dunn fosse aconselhado por um advogado, ele não falaria "eu achei que eles tinham uma shotgun", mas sim, eles tinham uma shotgun. Durante o interrogatório, Dunn diversas vezes comete o mesmo erro.
And he goes, "You're dead, bitch." And
Did you ever hear Jordan Davis threaten the defendant in any way?
No, sir.
he opens his door, and I'm shitting bricks. But that's when I reached in my glove box, unholstered my pistol. I shot.
Okay.
I'm looking out the window, and I said, "You're not gonna kill me, you son of a bitch," and I shot.
Okay. And do you even recall how many times you shot?
I do not.
Do you remember how many times you shot?
4. And that SUV pulled out, and like I said, in my mind, they got a gun.
Em casos de legítima defesa, você não pode se defender argumentando que na sua mente você viu uma arma.
I was still scared, and so I shot 4 more times, trying to keep their heads down to not catch any return fire.
Okay. All right. And then
And that was it. I mean, I still didn't feel safe. I thought, you know, there was another car. I didn't know. I mean, I'm in a strange town, in a strange area.
Now, Ms. Rauer, did the defendant need to use directions to get to the gate gas station?
No.
To your knowledge, had he been there before?
Yes.
well, where'd you go after when
We
you
went
left?
right to our room.
You went right to the hotel,
Yeah.
and you guys just stayed in the hotel room at that point. Did you go anywhere else?
No, we ordered out. We got people.
Imagine que você tenha atirado em alguém porque estava com medo de perder a vida. O que se esperaria que fizesse depois disso? Sair do local do confronto e imediatamente ligar para a polícia, certo? Não foi o que Dunn fez. Ele preferiu pedir uma pizza e passear com o seu cachorro.
There's some issues that we have. I'll be the first to tell you there's no weapons in the car. I don't know what you saw.
That's possible. When they drove off, they dumped it.
They never left the parking lot.
Yeah. They drove out, circled right back around, and came right back to that spot.
Oh, okay, because
When you got out of the car in the plaza, did you take anything out of your car?
No, sir.
Did you like, for example, did you take a shotgun and like shove it under a car that was in the parking lot?
No, sir.
I don't know what to tell you.
I know that from your position right now that you're going to do everything to protect yourself. And I can't say that I blame you for that. But we're going to need the total truth as to what happened. Okay, because the only thing that's going to make sense to us is the truth matching the scene. The biggest problem we got, the first hurdle we got to get over is that there's no weapon in that truck.
Did he have a stick? Because he stuck something up.
I'll double check it. I don't recall seeing anything like that, really.
Did the defendant ever tell you he saw a gun in that red SUV?
No.
There was no mention of a stick?
No.
There was no mention of a shotgun?
No.
There was no mention of a barrel?
No.
Back in the hotel room, Miss Rauer, that same night, did the defendant ever tell you that he saw the boys with a firearm?
No.
She asked you what happened, right?
Yes, sir.
Sir, are you telling this jury that on the way back to the hotel, you told Rhonda Rauer that the boys in the car had a gun?
If I told her on the way to the hotel, I told her several times at the hotel, I told her several times on the way home that this was self-defense.
That wasn't my question. From the time you left the gate station to the time you got back to the Sheraton, how many times did you use the word gun to describe what the boys, let me finish, what the boys in the car had?
I couldn't tell you.
Was it more than one?
At least one.
Mr. Dunn, the truth is, you never told the love of your life that those boys had a gun.
You weren't there.
Well,
The second problem we have is that the last set of rounds when the truck is backing away from you, and you put 4 more sets in it, 4 more shots into it. That's an issue. Because now, if it's backing away, it's no longer a threat.
yes, sir, I understand that. In my mind, they had a weapon.
Okay. I can't shoot someone because in my mind they had a weapon. That's the problem. I mean, if I walked up to someone right now and I'm having a confrontation with them and I think they have a weapon, the law doesn't allow me to shoot him because I think he has a weapon.
And they start backing out. Do you continue to shoot through the window, or do you...
I do remember getting out of my car.
Okay. Once again, if you think they have something, think they have a shotgun.
They had a shotgun.
You think they have a shotgun. You're going to get out of your car so they can get a good aim on you? Make any sense?
Well, at the time, I was doing everything on adrenaline, and well, I thought maybe they would shoot at the car and I wouldn't be in it.
But your car's not shooting at them. You are.
Honestly, sir, I'm at a loss to justify what I did on the second volley,
Right.
other than to say I thought they were going to be shooting back, and I was keeping them from doing that.
You see him start to come out of the door of the truck. At that point, you turn to get your gun. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Fluid motion.
Está se gabando de como pegou a arma e atirou em um movimento perfeito. Uma pessoa alegando legítima defesa dificilmente iria descrever de maneira positiva o que aconteceu.
And the Gates gas station has several customers, and we've interviewed several people. This is the very first time that anyone has told us about anyone getting out of a truck.
If he's unarmed, which he is, why is he going to be...
I don't know, maybe he
Now
thinks I'm unarmed. He's telling me he's going to kill me. You're dead, bitch.
Because you asked him to turn the radio down?
See, that's the part where I don't understand.
And you know what? And I'll tell
they
you...
were getting really agitated.
I understand it, because believe me, we deal with guys who you ask them to turn their radio down, they would get out of the car and shoot you. We deal with those kind of dudes all the time.
Here's what I can almost bet you a year of my salary on. If there was a gun in that truck, they would have shot you. People don't get out of the car to be seen when they're shooting someone. They're going to shoot you right side of that truck.
All right. He's getting out of his car. We're this close to each other. He was getting out of his car after repeatedly telling me that he was going to kill me.
And did the black sedan park immediately next to y'all or a space or two over?
Immediately next to us, sir.
Based on where the driver parked the black sedan, could you have exited the Durango through your door?
No, sir.
Why not?
He was parked pretty close.
I wasn't too concerned about how he intended to do it.
Now, and I'll tell you this. We talked to the other guys in the car, and they will all admit, they will all tell us, that was his name, said, yep, didn't like the fact he told him to turn the music down. He wasn't happy about that. He didn't like the fact that some stranger's telling him to turn his music down. He's 17, he's a teenager. Okay? You know what teenagers are. They're a little hard-headed sometimes, especially when they're out on their own. And did he throw some F-bombs at you? Basically tell you to go fuck yourself multiple times? Absolutely. They said, yep, he was jaw-jacking back and forth with that guy. But at no time did any of them say, well, okay, he did say he was going to kill him. Because it makes no sense, because what's he going to do? He's not armed. And we're talking about a kid. You know how many times that kid's been to jail? Never. We're not talking about a violent kid here. He has no track record. There are guys in Jacksonville who I'd go, okay, I believe that, because they got track records. This kid ain't got no track record. The kid sitting next to him doesn't have a track record. The kid sitting in front of him doesn't have a track record. None of them do. The driver's got a little bit. Stole a car when he was younger. That's it. These aren't violent guys. They pull up so the driver can run in and buy cigarettes. It's the only reason they're even there. I can totally see him talking shit to you. I can see that. But to take it to a level that he's threatening to end your life when he can't. There's no way he can. He doesn't have anything.
I didn't know that.
The problem is you went from 0 to 100 without ever getting to 50.
I have a guy very irate saying he wants me dead. Well, if the other guys aren't corroborating...
And understand, too, there's people in the parking lot that can hear what's going on, too.
Not one of them. We have what's called independent witnesses.
Testemunhas independentes são testemunhas que não conhecem a vítima, portanto não tem nenhum viés no julgamento. Os 3 jovens que sobreviveram poderiam proteger Michael pelo simples motivo de serem amigos.
Do you love Jordan Davis?
Yes.
Are you lying for Jordan Davis?
No.
Not associated.
I understand. I wasn't sure that I heard him right. That's why are you... Is this directed towards me? You're going to kill me?
And that happens to be an exact quote of, are you talking to me?
Yes.
So that's dead on. Yeah, he was talking to you. He's basically telling you to go fuck yourself, and I'm going to turn the music back up.
I was in fear for my life. I honestly was. I have so much going on in my personal life. The last thing I want to do is be in trouble. I don't want to cause you guys a sleepless night. I don't want to lose my freedom.
This is what we do. Don't worry about that. This is what we do.
Well, I mean, the last thing I'm looking for is trouble. The last thing.
Tell these jurors why you didn't pull into that empty spot next to the sidewalk.
I heard the loud music. Didn't want to deal with it.
You don't think
I have
like asking someone to turn their music down in a public place?
Absolutely. That was stupid of me. I don't want to sound like an asshole, but if it happened again tomorrow where a shotgun was coming up, I think I would do the same.
If there was a shotgun coming up at you, we would expect you to do what you did. The problem that we have is that there is no shotgun. That's the bridge that we got to get across. You keep dwelling on the shotgun as if there was one at the scene. If there was a shotgun, a BB gun, any type of gun at the scene. Hell, if it was a water gun that was black that looked real at the scene.
Like I said, it was a barrel. It could have been just a stick, but, I mean, it was...
Could it have been your imagination?
Well, no. I mean, anything's possible, I guess.
We are so lucky. Really, there should be 3 of those 4 should have been hit. 3 of those 4. You could have 3 dead guys right now. When you were doing the suppression fire, basically, to keep their heads down as they're driving away, you put one in the back of the car. There's several shots directly into the rear of the truck. And one of them comes zinging in through the back and goes right up and hits the sun visor where the driver is as he's driving out. Didn't miss his noggin by much. So we could very easily have 3 victims at this point. Luckily, those guys didn't get hit in any way, shape, but they're all fine, except for the poor guy who's pretty much was dead right there. It didn't take him long; he was gone. We deal with threatening situations. I mean, it's not, we deal with them all the time where somebody defends themselves. I mean, we do. And there are clear-cut cases where you go, yep, sure did, buddy. You defended yourself. Have a nice day.
But let me be the first to tell you.
This ain't one of them.
Not one of them.
Unfortunately, this is not one of them. Yeah, they're friends with the guy in there, but they've got their perception of what's going on. But there's other people there who fill in blanks for us, who are independent. And we haven't had anybody even hint to us that he, 1, was getting out of the car, 2, that anybody heard any actual physical threats to anybody. There are some F-bombs getting dropped.
I'm going to kill that motherfucker. I mean, did they concentrate on the F-bomb and miss out on the verb?
I'm just telling you what people tell us.
Do I need to get a lawyer? I mean, it sounds like I'm in deep shit.
Well, that is up to you. Okay, that is a decision for you. I cannot advise you. Duval County issued a warrant for your arrest for murder and attempted murder. Okay. That's what you're being charged with right now, okay?
The way I see this was, I was scared for my life, and I fought back. And you guys are seeing this as murder.
Earlier you said that, you know, the last thing you needed right now was to get in trouble. With what's going on with your life that...
Oh no, my life is great.
Life is
That's
great?
what I'm got a place on the beach. I got a great job. I got a great girl. We just got a little puppy. I mean,
How long had you been with Miss Rower?
3.5, 4 years.
Did you have a serious relationship with her?
Absolutely, she's my fiance.
Okay. Were you living with her at the time?
Yes, we were.
Okay. Was this dog kind of your guy's child?
Yes.
Okay. And what was his name?
His name is Charlie.
I've got great friends.
Okay.
I have everything to look forward to, and there was nothing that would make me want to jeopardize that.
Okay.
There's no reason to want to even attempt to jeopardize what I have.
Okay.
Were you angry last night when all this happened?
Not at all. I just left my son's, my firstborn's wedding. We were in a great mood. We were gonna get a bottle of wine and go drinking in the room.
Were you drinking at the wedding at all?
I had a toast and rum and Coke.
Now, while at the reception, do you know whether or not the defendant had anything to drink?
Yes, he did.
And what did he have to drink?
He had rum and Coke as well.
Do you know how many drinks he had?
He maybe had 3 or 4.
By the time you say you get to your hotel room, you're calling to order pizza. Why aren't you calling us?
I wanted to come back to my hometown to do that. I didn't want to bring a shitstorm down on them in Jacksonville. You know, I shouldn't even left the scene, but I left the scene because I was still afraid for.
Okay, and I can live with that. Okay, I can live with that. You don't necessarily want to hang around right where the shooting happened because you don't know if these guys are coming back. You know, but once you leave and you are away from that scene, and you've even gotten to a hotel room and inside your hotel room at that point, if you make a phone call, one, we find out, you know, a lot quicker what's going on. All we know is we got a dead kid in a car, okay, and we got a guy who shot and hauled ass. That's all we know. You see what I'm saying?
I do. I'm waiting until we got around people we knew.
Okay. I mean, I'm just, that's where we start to get a little concerned. It starts to be, I personally have had a case with an individual who was moving to Jacksonville, first day in Jacksonville, and got involved in an incident and felt threatened and shot another person and was in their car. And he drove across the street to another parking lot and got on the phone with 911 immediately and started walking police into where he was. You know, that's the way you, I mean...
Any opportunity to bail?
There's no bond.
No bond.
There's no bond on a murder charge in Duval County. Yeah, it's standard. They don't allow it.
Right. Is it automatic that it's a murder charge when it's self-defense?
We have a prosecutor from the state attorney's office with us who sees all the facts, sees the case, and they determine we believe there's enough to issue an arrest warrant at this point based off the evidence we have, and that's why we obtained an arrest warrant.
I really didn't know that I was being charged with murder and attempted murder. That sucks. I would like to talk to an attorney.
You want to leave your pockets real quick? Put your hands behind your back for me.
Em 15 de fevereiro de 2014, após mais de 30 horas de deliberação, o júri considerou Dunn culpado. Ele recebeu a sentença de prisão perpétua sem direito à liberdade condicional, garantindo assim a impossibilidade de libertação pelo resto de sua vida.
Hey, honey.
So being in a room by myself kind of sucks, but I guess it'd be better than being in a room with them animals.
Well, they probably wouldn't think too highly about what's going on.
The only person at fault here isn't with us anymore. Is 100% on Jordan. 100%. I don't even take 0.5%. I mean, he made that happen. Everything about that was on him. I'm the victim here. I'm the fucking victim here. I was the one that was being preyed upon, and I fought back.
Right.
So it's my fault because I asked them to turn their radio down.
Right.
It's like I got attacked, and I fought back because I didn't want to be a victim, and now I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
I refuse to be a victim, and now I'm incarcerated.
Oh, no.
I somehow insulted these boys by asking them to turn the radio down, and for that, they were going to kill me. I mean, it's absurd that they would do that, but, they're violent.
Well, honey, I don't think we should talk about it anymore.
It's like they attacked me. I'm the victim. I'm the victor, but I was the victim, too.
Fala galera, aqui é o BMK de novo na voz. Galera, muito obrigado se vocês chegaram até aqui no vídeo, de verdade. Se vocês puderem, deixa aquele like, compartilha para seus amigos, se inscreve, ativa o sininho para vocês receberem notificação quando eu postar o vídeo. E é isso galera, eu vou fazer 2 perguntas e eu quero que vocês comentem aqui embaixo suas respostas. Primeira pergunta, você acha que Michael Dunn teria atirado no carro dos jovens se eles fossem brancos ao invés de negros? Segunda pergunta, você acha que a prisão perpétua foi uma pena justa para ele ou foi um pouco exagerado ou não? Muito obrigado novamente, BMK out!
The music comes back on, and just like live and let live, and don't need any trouble.